So there we go. That was your Bambino final. Well done, Fraser Anderson, Riley Cranham and Oscar O'Sullivan. Now it's the Honda Cadets. I'm going to take a deep breath before this one. So, row 1, Daniel Ginchard, Keen Berta. Row 2, Archie Walker, Marcus Lucio. Oliver Greenall and Oscar Tewton on row 3. Daniel Parent-Smith and Callie Clifford. Row 4, Lewis Spears and Josh Agenbar, row 5. Nathan Clifford and Mitchell Gibbons, row 6. Freddie Hull, Hayden Chance, row 7. Damien Barris-Haggett and Holly Woolley, row 8. Antonis Sofroniou and Leo Brown, row 9. Ralph Leckie, Henry Jocelyn, row 10. Lewis Islin and Freddie Lloyd, row 11. Freddie Housley and Emily Jackson, row 12. Fraser Oram and Carl Kazibanti, row 13. Cameron Crockett, Kaiser Riemann, row 14. And the last three on the grid, Summer Chapman, Tommy Harfield, Harrison Morrow. And I've just received the last of the final grids for today, which is the X30 Junior. So all 31 competitors lined up on the grid. This is going to be an interesting one, ladies and gentlemen. 31 competitors, 10 minutes plus one additional lap to go here to conclude round 8 of the championship here at Shenington Kart Racing Club. Thank you very much for everyone to continue to tune in. A couple of adjustments. Grid will be cleared. The red lights will be on the starting gantry and we will be under starters' orders to go green. So a couple of drivers being repositioned into their grid slots. Green flag at the back. And the lights go out and we go racing for the Honda Cadet Final into Park Bend and then Cafe Corner for the first time. And Ginchard takes the lead initially and hung out to dry a little bit on the edge of Cafe Corner was Archie Walker, now down, well, actually still in third at the moment, as the entire 31-strong field makes its way down. Oh, there's a bit of pushing and shoving, and Keen Berta, I think, went a bit too hot there, tapped the back bumper of Ginchard there, and has lost out quite a few places. The number 51 is now down in at least 6th or 7th position, and that's held up the people behind as well. So I think there was a bit too much of an over-aggressive late break chance for Keen Berta to get the initial advantage over Daniel Ginchard, but that has not paid to Keen's advantage, as we now have Oliver Greenall looks to be now up into third place. Yes, that he is. Oscar Tewton up into fourth now. So top 10 at the moment. It's Ginchard, Walker, Greenall, Tewton, Lucio, Berta, all the way down in 6th position. Lewis Spears up into 7th, Parent-Smith 8th, and Callie and Nathan Clifford round out the top 10 as the field carries on its way down into the Stratford hairpin, and you can just see that some drivers are taking a little bit more curb than the others, probably just by a fraction. It's trying to allow them to get the best run coming out of the Stratford hairpin, heading down into the Bruno chicane. Now it's coming out, putting the power down, heading down the hanger straight towards Hanger Corner. A very quick right-hander, and then it is about steering and braking positioning, as Archie Walker is being passed now for second position. Oliver Greenall just sent that up perfectly up the inside. If memory serves me correctly, I think Greenall is also one of the past London Cup winners as well, held once a year at Rye House Kart Raceway. As Damien Barris-Haggett I've just seen coming through coming through, and he looks to be on the move. He's made up a position up into 13th place as the number 47. Lewis Islin is also on the move, having started from 21st position. The number 46, who was a Bambino last year, is now up into 12th place. So the number 46 doing great moves up the field. Fastest lap of the race, no doubt in my mind, who's right on the back bumper. It's Ding Ding, seconds out, round 2 between Messrs Ginchard and Greenall for the lead, but they've also got Archie Walker. So this is a three-way scrap at the front of the field. And look how close they are. Tucking in nicely, coming through the apex area of Cafe Corner. Now heading down towards Stratford hairpin. And there's more places made. Nathan Clifford now up into, well, Callie Clifford is now up into 6th position. We've had a couple of warnings as well. Antonis Sofroniou has been given a warning, possibly for track limits. Contact warning for Freddie Housley in the number 42. So 2 drivers already given black and white flags in this race meet. In this final, as the Honda Cadet final continues at a great pace. Just over 6.5 minutes to go, plus 1 additional lap. And ladies and gentlemen, it's just under 0.2 of a second between the trio at the front, and it's even closer than that going through Cafe Corner. A little bit further back, you've got Keen Berta, now has recovered up to 4th place, ahead of Daniel Parron-Smith, who started in 7th. So Barris Haggett over the course of the race has made a couple of positions, but the person that's made the biggest dent in terms of overtaking, I think, is Lewis Islin. Now up into 11th place is the number 46. So could this be a top 10 finish for this youngster in round 8 of the championship? We've got just under 6 minutes plus an additional lap as there's some drivers coming into my line of sight. Number 83, I think that was, which is Kaiser Riemann, who was, I think that might have been Carl Casabanti that was alongside as well. As the leaders come across the start-finish line, all three pretty much with each other right now. A quarter of a second between the trio at the front. And just keeping an eye on the lap times with Keen Berta and Daniel Parron-Smith. They're not going faster than the 3 in front. That's quite surprising, actually. So top 10 with just approaching half-race distance in terms of time. Ginchard leads from Greenall, Walker, as Barris Haggett is coming under pressure from Holly Woolley in the number 59, with Antonis Sofroniou in the 77 right with them. And Holly looks to have looks to be the stars and stripes on that particular car as well. So good to see a lot of different nice unique liveries here. As well, there we go. So it looks like that's Marcus Lucio that's just got up the inside of Holly Woolley there in the number 59. That's for position, and looks to be getting closer to Damien Barris Haggett, who has just actually lost out to the pair of them going across the start-finish line, it looks. But I'm not too sure. I'm just keeping my eyes peeled on that one. Looks to be the case. And a little bit further down the order, I just saw the 24, Nathan Clifford, who has Lewis Islin for close company, I think. So by about 0.6 of a second, who's also bringing Freddie Lloyd along as well. You can see some great side-by-side action coming through the Bruno chicane. It's very difficult to sort of predict who might do a really good job, but Marcus Lucio now up into 14th position. So top 5 have already crossed the line, and the top 3 still literally nothing between them, as Walker's getting incredibly racy behind the back bumper of Greenall, and the fastest out of the 3 of them last time was actually Ginchard in the number 9, did a 51.95. Greenall 51.96. Walker 51.99. As they come through the Bruno chicane, we have just under 3.5 minutes plus 1 additional lap as the sun starts to break through the clouds here a bit. And again, another warning for Antonis Sofroniou, but this time it's a contact warning. Air temperature currently still 21 degrees, but now coming out as sunny. So 3 minutes to go, plus 1 additional lap. Top 3 have about a second between themselves and the 2 battling over 4th and 5th, which is Keen Berta and Daniel Parron-Smith. There's a big gap to Michael Gibbons, who's got Callie Clifford right with him. Josh Agenbar now up into 8th position, having started from 10th place. Nathan Clifford was a little bit further down the order. Started 11th, now up into 10th. Freddie Lloyd has just got past Lewis Islin for position, so Lewis now completes the top 12. So quick running order: Ginchard from Greenall, Walker from Berta, Parron-Smith, Gibbons, Clifford, Agenbar, Spears, Nathan Clifford, Freddie Lloyd, Lewis Islin, Lucio Woolley, Chewton, Barris Haggett, Chance Sofroniou, Lecky, Oram Housley, Jocelyn Casabanti, Hull, Brown, Ryman, Crockett, Jackson, Chapman, Harfield and Morrow. Everyone's still circulating, as this battle between the top three is not slowing down in any way, shape or form. Ginchard still leads, but it's just a fraction. Look how close they are together. You could put a long reel of sellotape across them and you still would not have enough to get to measure. You'd have more than enough to measure the distance, but I don't think you could probably wrap a reel around them quite a few times before you got rid of it. So leaders come across the start-finish line. This is going to be now lap number 10 completed. And it is still just under 0.2 of a second between the trio at the front. Ginchard controlling the action and doing a stern job of keeping both Greenhall and Walker at bay. We have 60 seconds plus one additional lap to go. Now it's going to be a time of seeing who is going to blink first. Who's going to be the one that's going to try and go for that last attempt that could put them in the running for the actual win in the final. And it looks like Walker's trying to get an idea of where he can attack, but he's got 45 seconds plus an additional lap, so that's going to give us, I think, probably this and maybe another couple of laps as well. So this one and maybe 2 more laps by the time expires, as Greenhill goes ultra defensive on Walker there through Wilkins. So it's going to be this and additional lap to go. Ginchard takes a briefest of look over his left shoulder and saw no one was there, but Greenhill is there waiting to pounce. Walker looks behind over his right shoulder to see that both Berta and Parron Smith are closing to an extent, but probably not to a big enough extent as, well, that's a brazen move if ever I saw one. Archie Walker, where did you bring that one from? That was round the outside of Oliver Greenhill at the Stratford hairpin. My goodness, I thought overtaking could show us something here this weekend, but I think Archie Walker's just put a new leaf in the playbook there in the number 91. What a great job. Take second, but look, Keen Berta now on the back bumper. It's one more lap to go in the Honda Cadet final here. And looks like someone's gone out very wide there, but that was Parron Smith at the back part of the train. And it's going to be very, very close. Let's concentrate on this battle at the front. Archie Walker has less than a lap to go. Could he take the win? If he tries to do what he did to Oliver Greenhill as someone goes out wide there, that's Keen Berta. He's gone round the outside of Oliver Greenhill. Oh, and there's contact between him and Greenhill there as he tried the same move. Oh, and that's pushing as well. Side-by-side, pod-to-pod contact between Keen Berta and Oliver Greenhill, but Keen Berta loses out on that one big time. Drops from 3rd to 5th place. But Ginchard has been the master at the front of the field as they come through Wilkins, but it's going to be a drag race to the finish, I think, for 2nd place. Archie Walker could get the run. Who's going to take it? Ginchard takes it. And it's Walker. It's Walker by an absolute fraction. 0.03 of a second at the line. Sorry, my mouth was not engaging there. So Daniel Ginchard takes it ahead of Archie Walker, who pips Oliver Greenhill by a fraction, by just 0.03 of a second ahead of Oliver Greenhill, who rounds out the top 3. Now, I'm just going to... Now, this was the move that could have made Keen Berta's move, well, his race fall apart, but it didn't in the end. He took a top 4. But some great moves. Now, you can just see how hard Ginchard was defending all race long. There's the move from Oliver Greenhill to go up the inside of Archie Walker. Then you had the likes of Damien Barris-Haggett being pressurised by the likes of Holly Woolley and also Nathan Clifford and Marcus Lucio and all. But look at how there was so much control. And yes, we did have the slightest of contacts. But I have to say that the moves that we were seeing, I think Archie Walker's round the outside at Stratford hairpin, I thought I'd seen something or other today. But that was something else. Ginchard celebrates as he crosses the line. But well done to Daniel Ginchard, Archie Walker and Oliver Greenhill. That are your top 3 for the Honda Cadet finale.